Hi, besties! Do you already know about the release of the new update by Easter? If not, then in this video we will discuss all the sneak peeks and limited codes that you should have time to enter, and before Dress to Impress has deleted them forever. Be sure to do it in time, because they may disappear with the release of the new update. And also in the video you will find many bonuses, such as 3 ways to get VIP for free without spending a penny. We will also discuss all the sneak peeks and latest news about the new update. But before we start, let's test your intuition. Write in the comments what updates you would like to see in the game. Grab your favorite drink and sweets, and let's get started. Let's start with the latest news and move on to the codes. First, the developers have already confirmed that a big collaboration is coming this year. They haven't revealed any details yet, but the announcement alone is intriguing. Looking back at the Brat update we got last summer, it's hard to imagine what could be even bigger. Maybe we will see it very soon because the developers have already teased a logo for the new Easter update. And here is a close-up look at this beauty. I really love the cute and festive design. I'm so curious to see what awaits us this time. I'm almost certain that there will be a new quest or something similar, along with lots of themed items, accessories, and sets that will make the game even more exciting. Speaking of items, we already have a few sneak peeks of new accessories, and that's not all. But let's start with the new clothing and accessories. The first item is this luxurious headdress in the form of a kikoshnek, which is decorated with gold ornaments and ruby stones. The next accessory is an incredible hand mirror, which is made in the same style, gold with rubies. I wonder if you can see the reflection there. And the last one, this is such a staff that complements the collection, with a very expressive and cute heart made of red ruby on top. I especially love the idea of the mirror. It would be amazing if it came with multiple toggles, allowing different placement variations in hand or even different angles. That would add more customization and creativity to outfit creation. The developers have also prepared another surprise for us: new animations. And this time, it's not just poses but entirely new runway walks. Let me just show you this. I've checked them all, and my absolute favorite is the last one. It looks so stylish and dramatic. Which one do you like the most? Let me know in the comments. As for the update's release date, the developers haven't specified anything yet. However, last year, the Easter update was released on March 15th, and this year, Easter falls on April 20th. This means we can expect the update to arrive by the end of this month. It might even be bigger than we expect, and we could get not only a collaboration, but also a new quest like last year, along with exclusive prizes for completing it. As always, before a major update, the developers ask for player feedback on what should be improved in the game. One of the most common issues raised by the community is unfair voting. The Dress to Impress team has already addressed this concern, saying that while they don't have a perfect solution yet, they are actively working on different approaches. One potential fix they are considering is limiting high ratings when a group of friends on the same server gives each other 5 stars, making it impossible for other players to win. If you want to understand this idea in more detail, you can pause the video and read through the explanation carefully. Also, there are a few hidden secrets in the game that less than 1% of players know about. These are real gems that deserve more attention. So now, I'm going to show you all of these secret spots so you can use them to your advantage and secure first place in competitions. And now let's move on to the most interesting part, the new codes, which I highly recommend you enter before they completely disappear with the release of the new update. CHOOP1E_1S_B for CK. Lana. Liège. C for ma for lay. And 3rm for I'd. D1 orst for R. Sam 15 psi. B3 APL for YS underscore D L1E. Ella. Megan Place Boots. Lanabo. Lanitutu. S3M underscore OW3 and underscore Y for Y. I Bellaslay. Belalislay. Creek. It's just Nicolas. Amoy. Tacuse. Kichu. Ashley Bunny. LeBoots. 1 con 1 CF Fortma. As always, Zach is treating us to new poses, and this time, it looks like we're getting a dance animation. Honestly, it looks really cool, and I'm curious, will this be a full pose pack with different dance moves, or just a single pose available to everyone in the game? What do you think? Let me know your guesses in the comments. And the best part is that as soon as Zach finished working on the poses, we'll get them. I really hope it will be very soon, possibly in the next update. So stay tuned and don't miss out. I think many people also noticed that we didn't get any pose packs, or at least one pose that Zach told us about. To be honest, I think they forgot about them altogether. Or the developers are preparing something very large-scale related to these poses. Let's take a look and remember what we were supposed to get. Muscular pose. Pose to hold a partner in your arms. Hug pose. Pose to hold a partner on your back. Selfie pose. Romantic pose with heart hands. And a walk by the hand. Of course, these are just guesses, but there's a high chance that we'll get dual poses, which were teased at the beginning of the quest. Personally, I would be absolutely thrilled to see a pose pack like this in the game. It would allow us to create even more stunning outfits and beautiful screenshots. Just imagine how adorable the proposal pose would look. Wouldn't that be the cuttest thing ever? I'm pretty sure we'll be getting something like this very soon. Let's lighten the mood for now. Did you know that you can get VIP completely free of charge? Yes, you didn't hear that right. You can get into this part of the map without spending a penny. And now I'll show you 2 ways to do it in any conditions. First, you need to purchase the Troll Pose Pack, which costs 2,900 in-game currency. You'll probably need it later. You need to come to the entrance to the VIP room. Then choose the Faith pose from this pose pack. Get close to this wall and look at yourself through the wall. At the moment when you see your feet, turn on the pose, and you will find yourself in the VIP room. That's how easy it is to get to the VIP room. And now you can use all the things from it. But here's the second last method, which may be easier for some, and it doesn't require you to buy an additional pack of poses. First, you need to leave the main building and look to the left. Here you will see a fence and a bush that you need to jump on. And then from this bush, you can easily jump onto the roof of the building as shown in the video. Next, we need to go to this section. Something strange is happening here, but let's not get distracted. Now we need to get to the place between these 2 columns. And look carefully, here you can see a button, by pressing which you will get to the dressing room. And as you can see, this dressing room is located in the VIP hall, and you can wear something from here. And here is the third, completely new way to get to the VIP room during the round, so that you can wear things from there and take first places with them. To begin with, you need to climb to the highest point on the map. You can also do it in parkour, but it is not always possible to find a parkour in which there is a point higher than the one I will show you now. you need to go to the leaderboard and find this vase. Now you need to jump on it and jump on the leaderboard itself. And from here, crouch down on the highest part of this column. Voila, everything is almost ready. Now we wait for the round to start. And when there are the last seconds before the round, you need to start jumping as quickly as you can. As you can see, in this way, we ended up on the roof, right at the beginning of the round. And you have enough time to get here where I will show you. Here is the VIP room itself. And you just need to jump there, that's all. You are at your destination. The most important sensation of this update is of course the new style Showdown mode. In short and simple terms, it is a survival game, and it has some conditions that make the game process itself more difficult. The update has just been released, but the developers are already working on improving it and plan to add even more new game modes. Here are some of them. Force duos. Wait until it's an even number of players and force them to duo together. Mix controls. Their WASD. Controls are swapped around so it's harder for them to move. Lights off. The work area will be dark and their body can have a light, so they search for the items in the dark. Desaturate black and white while dressing up, and when runway happens, the color turns back on. They also want to hear our feedback on these modes, so let me know in the comments what you think. Personally, I really like the idea of lights off and desaturate, but I'm not so sure about mixed controls. It seems like something very unusual and strange, but maybe it will turn out to be fun once we try it in-game. Players never cease to amaze with their creativity, and this time they have even created a mini poster for the new Force Duos challenge. This once again proves how engaged the community is and how much they enjoy coming up with new ideas. But that's not all. Zap recently asked players what new challenges they would like to see in the game, and some of the suggestions were truly interesting. One of the best ideas was to add new sets that players can earn by winning in Style Showdown. Currently, there is only one such set, consisting of a dress, gloves, and a head accessory. However, the developers are already considering adding more reward sets in future updates, making competitions even more exciting. Blurred screen. The screen is blurred so you don't really know what you're doing. One of the suggested challenges is similar to lights off but slightly easier. The clothes will remain visible, but the colors will turn black and white. If you've been playing for a long time, you probably know most items by heart, but layering outfits and choosing patterns might be tricky. Still, this challenge sounds really fun and worth adding to the game. Invisi items. The items are invisible so you don't know what you're putting on. Another challenge is even harder. Players won't be able to see what they are wearing or what colors they are choosing. Everything will have to be done blindly, relying only on intuition. The final outfit will only be revealed on stage. This would be a real test of fashion instincts, and I would love to see it in the game. Hacker. Someone is chosen to be a hacker and they can get special controls to mess someone up on the runway. Another exciting idea is a challenge where one player is designated as a hacker. They could remove or add clothing to other players, change colors, or even completely repaint an entire outfit in a random shade. This would add an element of surprise and strategy to the game. Limited colors, or one color, can only use a limited range of colors in your outfit. A proposed challenge also involves limiting the color palette. Instead of a full color wheel, players would get only a small selection of random colors. Imagine getting the theme blue, but only having red shades available. It would be fascinating to see what players come up with. Slow walker. Walk speed is reduced 33%. Personally, I always struggle to create an outfit if my movement speed is not at 100%. I'm used to moving quickly, and in this challenge, I'd have to carefully plan every single step just to complete at least a decent look. I think this would be a real test of patience and strategy because, with limited time, every second counts, and any delay could cost you the victory. Maximum items. You have to wear a certain amount, say 12 of items, or the game will put on the extra items for you with counter for no of current items. But this is nothing compared to the next challenge, which is truly difficult. You would have to put on at least 12 items in one round, or else the game would automatically add random accessories at the last second, completely messing up your outfit. Considering how short the rounds in Style Showdown are, this would be a real nightmare, even for the most experienced players. I can only imagine the chaotic outfit combinations this challenge would create. Forced full fur set. Speaking of challenges, there's one set that many people absolutely love, but for some reason, I always struggle to style it properly. No matter how hard I try, it just doesn't fit most themes. Maybe I haven't found the perfect way to wear it yet, or maybe it's genuinely one of the hardest sets to work with. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you have any cool styling ideas for it? Red light, green light. And here's another challenge that sounds both exciting and incredibly stressful. Imagine you're rushing to complete your outfit, but suddenly, you have to freeze because the red light turns on. Any wrong move and you could be eliminated or stuck in place for the rest of the round. This would be such a fun yet nerve-wracking challenge because you'd never know when you'd be forced to stop. I wonder what would happen to those who break the rule. Would they be unable to finish their outfit, or maybe they wouldn't be allowed to participate in the voting at all? These were some of the most interesting challenge ideas, but I'd love to hear what you think. Which one is your favorite, or do you have your own creative ideas that could make the game even better? Let me know in the comments. Who knows, maybe your idea will be added to the game someday. Another very useful secret that concerns the Style Showdown mode itself is how to get immunity not for 99 Robux, but completely for free. On the round map, you have the opportunity to get free immunity, and it is located on the map. I'll say right away that it doesn't always spawn, but here are the 3 main places where you can find it to collect. Right here, between the character selection area, in the corner near the pants section, and in the left corner at the entrance to Lena's salon. By the way, in the game, you can pretend to be a hacker to troll other players a little in Style Showdown. To do this, during a round, go to this window, which is located next to the table and the vase with flowers. Activate the faith pose from the troll pose pack, and the moment you fall, press yourself as close to the wall as possible. Now, if you turn off the pose, you will find yourself outside the main building. The next step is to jump onto the bush, and from there, jump onto the roof of the main building. See that podium? We need to get a little running start and jump onto it. Voila! We're already close. Now, we need to get onto the podium itself. Activate the faith pose again. Get as close to the wall as possible, and then turn off the pose. Voila! You're on stage. But that's not all. Now you can perform along with the players on stage, making the show more interesting and making others wonder, are they a hacker? And no, this is not an edit. You can actually use different poses, surprise, and entertain other players. Maybe if you don't pick the best outfit, this life hack might get others to vote for you in the round, helping you stay in the game. In my opinion, this is a really fun and interesting glitch that definitely deserves attention. But don't relax just yet because the Valentine's update is coming to an end. This means that some items will also be removed from the shop and will no longer be available. Specifically, this includes the Queen of Hearts set and the Valentine's Pose pack. So, if you were planning to get them, make sure to do so before they disappear. On the bright side, the pattern and makeup pack will most likely remain in the game permanently, so there's no need to worry about that. I'm sure many of you already know this secret trick that lets you instantly reach the end of the parkour without having to complete it fully. This is a super easy way to save time and collect all the rewards much faster. All you need to do is walk over the water towards the end of the parkour. If you have the Bite to Speed Game Pass, make sure to set it to 100% to make the process even quicker. Once you reach the right spot, select the Faith pose or, if you prefer, use Death Drop. Then simply jump onto the high platform and just like that, you're at the finish line. It only takes a few seconds, but the result is amazing. Now you can collect all the cash before anyone else and get ahead of other players. This trick really works and makes things so much easier, especially if you want to grab all the available rewards as quickly as possible. Use it while it's still working and share it with your friends so they can save time too. A couple more secrets from the hidden game items that you simply have to know. And now I'll tell you about 3 hidden items on the map that no one noticed at all. To be honest, I only found out about them today. Did you know about these 3 hidden items? And the first item I want to show you is in Lana's salon. If you've completed Lana's quest, you can get a dress. To find it, you need to go to Lana's salon and immediately look at the table on the left. And you will immediately see a small dress lying on the table. Here's what it looks like in the basic version. It's a white dress with damage and patches, but the color and even the material can be changed. The next item that almost no one noticed is right here. These are these really cute heart-shaped earrings. I really like them. The next hidden item I want to show you is in the VIP room. Almost no one noticed this, but if you go to the stand with new items and look at the mannequin with jewelry, then you can see these very beautiful earrings with stars. Surprise your friends with this fact. And the last hidden item is also in the VIP room and also on the stand with new items. On the top shelf, along with the floral corset, there is a flower choker hanging. Due to its location and its small size, no one noticed this item either. But it is a very beautiful and cute accessory that can complement your look. Zach also dispelled the myths about the St. Patrick's Day update and said that the developers are not planning such an update yet, but they rely only on player feedback. Many players are wondering whether the new set, which can be obtained by winning 3 times in Style Showdown, will be limited and available only for a short period. The answer is no. This set will remain in the game until the developers decide to remove it. However, even if they do remove it at some point, they will most likely replace it with a new reward, which will not happen any sooner than the next update. So there's no need to worry, you still have plenty of time to get it. Regarding the release of these plus-size bodies, developers have stated that they won't be available until late 2025. However, I really hope this update gets released earlier, so we can start creating amazing outfits with them as early as this summer. So today we've learned a lot of exciting things about upcoming updates, possible new features, and changes that might be coming to the game. The developers keep surprising us with fresh ideas, and the community is actively discussing every detail, trying to decode all the hints. If all these speculations turn out to be true, we're in for a truly massive update, and I can't wait to see what they prepared for us this time. While we wait for official announcements, don't forget that there are still many hidden details in the game that could change your strategy. Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. There's still a lot of exciting content coming, so stay tuned. Have a great day, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye, besties!